channel, or if you're new around here, hello, it's lovely to have you here. You have a full Walt Disney World vlog series to catch up on before you watch this, so please make sure you subscribe and go and watch all of those vlogs from our June 2025 trip. You'll have to excuse any creaking noises, any car noises. It is very warm in the UK as I'm filming this, so I have got the windows open. I'm trying to minimise the sound as much as I can, but please bear with me. But yes, this is the haul of that said trip. So this is the long awaited one. I ended up buying quite a lot. Down to the left of me I've got quite a lot of stuff here, so I don't want to keep you too long. But yes, I am a lifestyle and Disney vlogger. I love sharing our trips abroad to the Walt Disney World parks in Florida, and I've also vlogged California, so I would love it if you join. We are taking a short break from going to the Disney parks as we've just purchased our first house, so this is the last video I'm going to film in this room. So don't get used to seeing this background, because this is the last time you're going to see it, because I'm filming this in the midst of packing up my childhood bedroom and moving. So yes, it's all go here, but I thought I would sit down and show you everything that I decided to say yes to and spend my hard earned money on. And let me tell you, there was a lot. You can see from the thumbnail I managed to get a certain popcorn bucket. I treated myself to an early 30th birthday present. I think by the time this has gone up I would have turned 30 by now. I turned 30 in July. But I decided to treat myself to something that you could only get in Florida. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to take you through everything I bought. So we've got a bit of Disney, Target, the outlets, Sephora, Bath and Body Works, Joffrey's, Lululemon. There's a bit of everything, so yeah, let's get into it. So I'm just looking down at the left hand side of me here, and I think I'm going to start. What am I going to start with? I'm going to start with something that is easily reachable, which is the Joffrey's bag. So I treated myself to a housewarming present that me and my partner Andy, who you would have seen in the vlogs a lot, would have benefited from, which was a Sage coffee machine. I'm a massive coffee drinker. You'll probably know that from the vlogs if you've watched them. I don't go a day without drinking them, and I really wanted to bring back some Joffrey's coffee beans, which is something that you have in the rooms at most of the Disney resorts, but you can also get in all of the parks. So they have a store in Disney Springs right near the boathouse, and I managed to pick up 2 bags of coffee beans. So I've got the Sorcerer Apprentice's Mickey blend, and if you know me, you know my favourite character is Sorcerer Mickey, so I could not have this. And this is sweet citrusy notes and a smooth finish medium roast. They do whole bean coffee, which is brilliant because I have my own coffee grinder within my coffee machine, so I was very happy that I could use this. And this doesn't go out of date until the 25th of March next year, so I'll most definitely get through that. And then the other one I got was the Walt Disney World Resort blend. This is a dark roast, and the beans are from Central and South America. And I actually ended up having some coffees in, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. This is the thing that I can't get used to with my Canon, because I vlog on my Osmo Pocket 3 now. This kind of focus is so much better, but this is the coffee that you get in all of the resorts, and I ended up having some with some Starbucks creamer, and I absolutely love this, so can't wait to make my own coffees. It's not obviously going to taste the same because it's not in the US in the Disney resort, but I'm happy to have a taste of Florida at home with me. And they were about, sorry, I won't know the price of everything. I've managed to keep the price on a lot of things. I think they were around $12 to $14 each, which isn't too bad for a decent bag of beans. It is an 11 ounce which is 312 grams. So that will probably see me through a week or two. I told you I'm an addict of coffee. But yes, that was the first kind of thing, and that was something that was on my list to get. So the next one on the Disney Springs theme is Sephora. So I didn't really go into Sephora with anything that I wanted to buy in mind other than the Touchland Power Mist hand sanitizer. So I got two. I got one in Vanilla Blossom, which is the yellow one, and I got one in Blue Sandalwood, which smells amazing. But I actually prefer these. I'm not meaning to crap on Bath and Body Works, but I actually prefer these hand sanitizers to the Bath and Body Works ones because one, they don't leak. I find the Bath and Body Works ones do, and these are actually a lot better at kind of like coating your hands, and I like how they're the spray instead and they last a little bit longer. They are quite expensive, they are $10 each, but I've still got one that I got last year that's still on the go, so, and I use it quite regularly. And these were brilliant for the Disney parks as well. I had one on the side of my lounge fly every day, and all of my family use this. We literally just grabbed it out after every ride before we ate and stuff, and it was just really useful to have. So definitely recommend those. I got these with the intention of having them in my park bag, but I think these will probably be useful for when we go to New York as well. And they're just soothing cleansing wipes from the Sephora own range, and they're like a coconut flavour. It was so hot when we went to Florida, and I've probably mentioned that quite a lot in the vlog series, but it was just something to kind of like soothe our face if we were quite hot. I got the Refi brow pomade. This is just a repurchase. I got this, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but I absolutely love this. I don't tend to wear a lot of makeup now, but I do quite like to do my brows still, and this was in the colour ash, but I absolutely love that. I don't know if I can get it out. No, I can't get it out because it's stuck and I don't need to use it just yet. I got the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in vanilla. I know people go crazy for this, and I think it is slightly cheaper in the US, so I thought I would treat myself to that in Sephora. And guys, I got, let me see if I can, it doesn't like my face. This is so annoying. I've got to do the beauty blogger thing. You know what they look like. And guys, I got by the Q-Bit where they have all of the minis and stuff. But yes, very excited to use that. I have quite dry lips, especially when you're in the parks and stuff, so very excited to try that. I basically went on a shopping spree of all the things that got recommended from people on TikTok and Instagram. And on the Summer Fridays front, I also got the jet lag mask, which I think is quite a popular thing that people get as well. I haven't really read about how to do this yet, but I feel like this would be quite good to take to New York as well, to give my face a bit of a refresh, seeing as I probably will be jet lagged going there and going back. But it's a decent size. I don't think Summer Friday is the cheapest, but I think because the exchange rate was so good when we went to Florida, it ended up being a little bit cheaper. And the last thing I got from Sephora was the Glossier mini perfume, which is the purple one. So it's one of the newer scents that they've brought out in Fleur, I believe. And I like these ones because they're an actual spray one, so I was thinking of taking this to New York with me as well, rather than a big perfume bottle. But yeah, this smells really nice. It's quite florally, but it's almost got a coconutty scent to it as well, like an underlying tone. Not really sure what the tones are, but that is all I got in Sephora. And believe it or not, that still came to about $150. It ain't cheap in there, so I don't know how these little kids are going in there wanting all of their things from their parents. But yes, that was the quickest but most expensive Sephora haul. And I reckon now we're on kind of like body care, skincare things, I'll go into the smallest Bath and Body Works you'll ever see haul from me. I got 6 things, and none of them were hand sanitizers. I told you, I'm a changed woman. So if you didn't see anything about the Disney Princess range that they released earlier this year, they still had some of it in the outlet, and some of them were reduced, believe it or not. And out of all of the scents, my favourite was the Ariel one. So I got the body wash and the body spray, and oh my god, this smells amazing. I know you're not going to be able to smell it in here, but I'm going to spray it anyway for myself. Oh, it's just so fresh, and it kind of reminds me, of a Disney resort. I don't, maybe Caribbean Beach. It's just transporting me back to a certain smell in Disney, and I just love it. So very excited. I'm hoping they'll still sell some of this in New York in one of the Bath and Body Works, because I might need to repurchase some of this, because I know I'm just going to absolutely love it and want to use it straight away. But could not recommend that Disney Princess range enough. And then the last things I got are the room sprays, which I've become obsessed with. So I've got Endless Weekend, and now I own a house, I kind of want my house in every room to smell nice. I got 2 of the gingham ones because that is one of my favourite Bath and Body Works scents, and I got Fiji White Sands because I thought it smelled a little bit like Soarin'. And these were on a deal. I think they were 2 for $10 or 2 for $15 or something. But I highly recommend these. And they're kind of like it's more like an aerosol rather than kind of like the body mist. You can kind of see it there. Oh, it smells so nice. So yeah, if you ever have the pleasure of coming around my house, you're probably going to smell Bath and Body Works room sprays, because I'm obsessed, and I like to stockpile those now instead of hand sanitizers. I told you there was going to be no order to this. We are hopping over to Old Navy because the Disney range was in the outlet, guys, and I couldn't resist. I went a little bit mad. So they've released a Disney like 4th of July kind of range, and the bag came home with me. Multiple items came home with me because it was just so good, and I think they had a bit of a discount on it as well. I'm not 100% sure, and I didn't vlog that day or that morning because I just wanted kind of like some time off, but I'm obsessed, guys. I think this was maybe about $20. If I find the receipt, I'll put it on screen how much it ended up being. But how nice is this? I think this might be my travel day bag to New York because it's just so good. It's got a zip fastening, and it's also got a zip pocket in it as well, and it also has my purchases from Old Navy. So I got this jumper, which has a little Mickey Mouse holding an American flag, and then on the back there's a party on the back. It has Old Navy with the same Mickey Mouse but with the American flag behind him, and it's in grey. And this is actually from the men's bit, so I got it in an extra large because I wanted it a little bit oversized. And I did take this home, like on travel day home, on the plane, but it was so warm I didn't need it. But this was so cozy and I absolutely loved it, and I was so happy when I saw that they were selling it in the outlets that I just knew I had to come home with me. The other item, well, the next one is this bandana. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but I thought it was too cute not to have it, so I think I might just tie it on the actual tote bag just as an extra little accessory. But I thought this was so cute, and it has the Mickey Mouse kind of logo with the flag on, but it also has all of the other characters. So you've got Goofy, Donald, Minnie and Daisy. How cute is that? And it's got all like little hidden Mickeys in it as well. Love that, and it's quite nice and thin as well, so it's not going to be too bulky. And then the last item from Old Navy, literally all I got in Old Navy was the Disney range, is this t-shirt. How cool is that? So this might even end up being my New York travel day t-shirt as well because I'm just obsessed. Oh, so I left the price on this. So this is from the ladies section, and I got this in a large because it's like a boxy style t-shirt, and it says it was $19.99, but like I said, I think they had, that was either 25% or 20% off all of the kind of like clothing ranges, so very happy with that. And they were all of the bits I got on Old Navy. And whilst we're here, because I've actually ended up putting this in the bottom of it, I can go through the Disney items that I ended up getting from the actual Disney shop. So I got this Sorcerer Mickey spirit jersey. I was not planning on buying this, but I saw it in World of Disney, and a lot of the Sorcerer Mickey range had like disappeared. I think it had sold out. I could not find the Sorcerer Mickey ears for love or money. So if anyone does manage to find them in the parks, please get them for me and I will ping you the money over, because I need them in my life. I have a bloody tattoo of Sorcerer Mickey on my leg. I need them. But yes, I ended up picking this up. It was expensive. It's a spirit jersey, but I haven't actually bought a spirit jersey in the last few trips because I just haven't liked a lot of them. So when it says the most magical place on earth, I couldn't resist. And then at the bottom, it's got this graphic of Sorcerer Mickey with a lot of other characters in it. I got this in an extra large, and it was, I think it was $89.99 or $79.99. It was expensive, but I knew I would regret not getting this, and I love the little logo on the front. So cute. But yeah, like I said, there wasn't a lot of the Disney range, the Sorcerer Mickey range left, and you'll see the other thing I ended up getting, which was one of the only other things. So I bought a few t-shirts. I actually ended up wearing a lot of the Disney t-shirts that I got on previous trips on this trip, which was really nice. This t-shirt I'm wearing at the moment is from a small business called Sage and Sprout. They make the best t-shirts. I'm not sponsored or anything or affiliated with them, but I will link them in the description below because I absolutely love them. I wore 3 t-shirts on this trip and they are just absolutely brilliant. Such good quality and the best designs. But the only other Sorcerer Mickey item I got was the most magical place on earth Sorcerer Mickey Walt Disney World t-shirt. And I do quite like a lot of the Disney ones because the t-shirts are quite thin, so they are quite nice to wear in the parks. I would have worn this if I hadn't bought my other Sorcerer Mickey one I got last year, but this is definitely going to be worn on future trips and rocking my appreciation of Sorcerer Mickey in the UK as well. But how cool is that? And I don't know if this has the price on it. Disney are doing this thing where they just don't put prices on anything. I think it was $30, and it was in the deal where you could buy 2 t-shirts and get them for slightly cheaper. I obviously didn't do that because I bought this as soon as I saw it because I just didn't want to not risk getting it, but I ended up getting it anyway. And then the next t-shirt is this mini bow t-shirt that has Walt Disney World on it. Again, I think the similar price of about $25. But how cool is this? I saw so many people kind of style this up so cool in the parks with like gingham shorts or like a little spotty skirt. Just thought this was so cool, and it's quite easily translatable into the UK in like quite casual outfits as well. And I was really trying to get some t-shirts that I could wear in the UK as well as the Disney parks. And I did get another t-shirt that I'll have to put a picture on the screen of because it's in the wash at the moment, as I wore at home and we're working our way through the washing at the moment. But it's like a vintage kind of 90s style one of the castle with loads of characters on it. I saw loads of people with this, so it was obviously quite a popular t-shirt. So if you do want it, I hope it's still available, but it was quite a popular one. But I absolutely love that style of t-shirt. It was so cool and it was so comfy to travel home in. And this is one t-shirt that I knew that I did want to purchase after seeing Brogan wear it in her Disney vlogs in January. So it's obviously something that they're trying to stick around because it's obviously been in the parks for a good few months now. But it is a very kind of like basic one for Disney, but again something that you can wear with loads of different outfits in the parks and outside of the parks. And the Walt Disney World is actually kind of like almost a pliqué, so it's really good quality and I absolutely love this. This was $34.99. It's a slightly thicker material of t-shirt, so probably not the most breathable kind of t-shirt to wear in the parks, but I just absolutely love this. And just even with a pair of jeans, this would look cool, like wide leg jeans or like wide leg pattern trousers. In the UK that would look so cool. So they were all of the clothing items that I got. I didn't really go too mad with a lot of the like clothing bits. Like I said, there was a lot of Sorcerer and Mickey things I did want to have, like the zip up hoodie, but they just weren't available in the parks, unfortunately. So I will keep a lookout on Vinted and eBay to see if I can get them at a decent price. But I'm happy with what I purchased. So I think the next thing more logically would be some of the other Disney bits I picked up, so let me get that. So I have a real mix of things that I ended up getting from Disney. A lot of it was on my list, but a lot of it was things that I kind of stumbled across, not realising that they were still selling them or that were back in the parks that I've been trying to get on previous trips. And the main one being the sequin leopard print loungefly. Yes, I did treat myself to this, and yes, it was bloody expensive. It was $100, guys, but this has been so hard to find. The last two trips I've been on in September and April and May the year before, I have not been able to find this. So when I saw it in Animal Kingdom, I couldn't resist getting it, and it's one of those ones that is going to stay in my collection for so long. It's one of the ones that I'm just going to absolutely love, and will definitely be coming on our next Disney trip whenever that will be. So I'm absolutely obsessed, and just look at the detail. This is my first sequins loungefly, and I do feel a little bit too like glitzy to have it, but I'm absolutely obsessed. The loungefly selection was actually quite decent this year. In previous years I haven't really been a massive fan of some of them, but the fact that they had ones like this and my black woven one, there was an abundance of. So if you've ever wanted that, don't be afraid to that they're not going to have one in stock. And they also had a pink version of it as well, which I was very tempted with, but this ultimately came home with me, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I'm so glad I've managed to get it in the end after hunting it for ages. And then they actually released this when we were there. I think it was a few days into the holiday, and the minute I saw this, I knew I needed it. It is of course the Epcot balloon popcorn bucket. How cool is this? And the best thing is, guys, it lights up. How cool is this? How cool is that? And I ended up getting a wrap around Epcot when I was carrying this around, because so many people were asking me about it, and it wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be. I think it was about $22 with popcorn in it, so the popcorn actually comes in that bit. So I don't really know where I'm going to put this in the house, but you best believe it's going to take pride of place somewhere. Maybe in my dining room, because I feel like it's too pretty to not see every day. But I absolutely love this. And thankfully Andy managed to get this home in his suitcase, because I ran out of space after I bought the loungefly. And this takes up a lot of space. And the last bulky item from Disney, guys, I got my first Big Feet plush. I feel like Hannah, Marsh and Happily Ever Charlotte is going to be proud of me for getting this. I am obsessed. I got Remy. This is very hard to come by. They only were selling this in the France pavilion in Epcot, so if you are looking for it, make sure you're looking in the Epcot France pavilion, because I didn't manage to find it anywhere else. But I'm absolutely obsessed. I actually don't know how much this cost. I didn't care how much it cost. I was going to buy it anyway regardless of it. But this is going to take pride of place on our bed or on our sofa in our living room, because he's just too cute and I am absolutely obsessed with him. I love him so much. Please excuse the Target bag, but this is the biggest bag I could find to put the rest of the Disney stuff in. So the only other Saucer and Mickey item, I lie about the clothes, was this Starbucks cup that I ended up getting. So this was actually one of the first things I got in our resort gift shop on the day that we landed, because I was so afraid it might have been something that was going to sell out. I think it was around $40. It wasn't as expensive as they normally are, but I'm absolutely obsessed. I drank some vanilla Coke in the resort with it, and I'm just going to absolutely love drinking my squash and stuff in this, because I'm obsessed with it and I love the colour of the blue and kind of like the iridescent design of this. So that definitely had to come home with me, obviously. We got 2 Christmas decorations, but I'm going to try and take pictures of them after I've unwrapped them and put them in here, because they've been wrapped up quite nicely. And seeing as we're in the midst of moving, I don't really want to unwrap them too much, but we got both of them personalised with 2025 on them, because we wanted ones that were going to go on our first Christmas tree for our house, and to kind of signify buying something like that for our first Christmas in the house as well. Moving on to food from the Disney parks, I finally found these. These are the Minnie's Bake Shop Graham cookies, and if you watch Adam and Gary, their vlogs, you'll know that Gary is absolutely obsessed with these. So I managed to pick some of these up, and I thought this would be nice to have with a cup of tea when we got back from the US. I haven't opened these just yet. I've been waiting to do the haul, but you best believe I will be diving into these with a cup of tea later. I'm so British. I'm having graham crackers with a cup of tea. And the other 2 food items, I've eaten one of them, are the birthday cake Rice Krispie treats, which are my absolute favourite. I picked 3 up. I've eaten one already, but I will be savouring these, because I don't think I can buy them in the New York Disney store. If I can, I'm going to be overjoyed, but I thought I'd pick some of these up because they are my absolute favourite. Onto a few random things. I really didn't buy that much from the actual Disney parks, really. She says, having just shown you about 10 items. But I got myself a new phone case. I was trying to find a particular one, but they didn't have it in my phone size. But this is just from like the normal Disney range, but I quite like the design of this. It's got like almost like a sticker design, and these are actually quite protective of your phones. I think these were around $34–40. They're not the cheapest, but they are quite protective, and you can kind of like snap out the design. I don't know if you can kind of like get new designs for it or something, but I've had ones before and I actually quite like them. I got 2 plush key rings. So these are all the like go in the Disney parks at the moment, and they make the perfect little bag companions on your lounge slides or your Lululemon bags. So I got Mickey and Minnie. They also had Daisy, Goofy and Pluto, I believe, but I think these were around $15, so they're not too bad, but you can't buy these in the UK at the moment, so I thought I need to treat myself to them, and they will be hanging off my bag for sure in the UK as well with pride. And then on the plush kind of front, I also got the Toy Story alien bag kind of thing, which is a magnetic hand one. So I put this on the handle of my Loungefly, and I've got a Mickey one of this as well, and they just make the cutest little addition to your bags. And again, it can be something that you can add to your bags in the UK as well. Talking of bags, I also got this reusable kind of like packable bag, so it's like a shopping tote, and I've actually kept the little tag that shows you what it looks like. So it's got long handle and short handles, which I thought was so good, and I just love the design of like the fireworks and stuff as well. So I think this was around $16 or $15, but it's such a good quality one, and I'm always in need of a tote when I'm out and about, and I like how it clips onto your bag as well, so you don't have to have it take up the whole of your inside of your bag. The only pair of ears I brought, guys, can you believe I only bought one pair of ears? It wasn't through lack of trying. I tried to buy the Sorcerer Mickey ones, but as we've already explained, I couldn't find them anywhere. But this was the only other pair of ears I wanted to get. It was the Woody ones, and this went with my Woody bound outfit, so it was quite crucial I found these on like the first or second day of our trip, and this went perfectly with the outfit and went down so well. If you've seen the vlogs, you would have seen the experience I had of meeting Jessie and Woody. It was the absolute best. I kind of wanted to do a Woody bound because Toy Story turns 30 this year, as well as I do, so I kind of wanted to pay homage to 1995 and doing a really cool Woody bound, and I got so many compliments on it, so very happy I managed to find these to go with it. And then put that bag over there. This is the pins I got, but I will also quickly show the other plush keyring. Can you notice that there was a theme of me wanting to buy little plush keyrings to this trip? It is a little Coca-Cola can. I am absolutely obsessed with Coke, if you haven't noticed already, so I thought I would get this little keyring. I think it was about $10, but I thought it would just be cool to go on my bag as well if I didn't want necessarily to have the big Mickey or Minnie. Also got the little yellow ducky from the boathouse from the Duck Duck Raz cocktail, which was amazing, by the way. But yes, I've kept all of my pins in here. Can you believe I have only bought 5 pins the whole trip? The pins just weren't good, and I didn't even get a resort pin, guys, because I didn't have them. They sold out of them. But I picked up a few pins that caught my eye that I wanted. Did I get 5 or did I get 6? I got 6, I lie. So the first one, hopefully these will be able to be focused, is the 4 Parks pin. I think this is kind of like a new design that they're doing for the pins, and it just says Walt Disney World, so it has all of the park icons on it. The next one was the 2025 pin. They had a few different designs of the 2025 pin. See, it was going so well with the first one, but I like this one the best. It has a very joyful Mickey and Walt Disney World on it with the castle and fireworks. And then to go along with the park icons, I got each park's the like separate one of it. Are you gonna focus? You really don't want to focus today. So I've got Magic Kingdom, which has the castle. I'm going to try and do this quickly. I got Animal Kingdom with the, come on camera, with the Tree of Life. I got Epcot with Spaceship Earth. I really do apologise to the camera, guys. And I got Hollywood Studios with Tower of Terror. Do you think they should change the park icon to the Chinese theatre for Hollywood Studios? Controversial opinion there, guys, but I think they should. I think you don't see the Tower of Terror straight away, so, and not everyone likes the Tower of Terror. And then the other thing that was in this bag was a Sorcerer Mickey, which is going to be so hard to focus on here. I might have to actually do like a standalone clip that my mum and dad surprised me with on my fake birthday in Florida. If you've seen the vlog, you know I celebrated my 30th birthday in Disney World with a fake birthday because we were there. But yes, they got me this. How cute is that? I didn't even see that in any of the shops, so I don't know where they managed to get that from. But yes, that is all of the Disney bits, so let me go on to the rest of it, which seems to be 2 bags. I think the first bag I'll go to is the Lululemon one. So if you've been to any Disney parks, especially in the US, you would know that Lululemon bags are such a staple in a lot of people's kind of outfits for it, and for good reason, because they are the perfect size to fit the essentials in. And Lululemon did a collection with Disney which they were still selling in the Disney Springs shop, so I treated myself to this Lululemon running Mickey Mouse kind of like bum bag. I was wearing it like that, which was quite comfortable, but I absolutely love this. But guys, Lululemon is not cheap. I think this was around $50, but it's got kind of like a really good section. So you've got two stretchy mesh things on one side, you've got a big stretchy mesh thing on the other side which is then zipped, and then you've got also a zip at the back which would probably fit a phone normally. It didn't fit my phone because it was too big, and you've just got like kind of the clasp at the back. But this is one thing that if it was available I wanted to get, and you get this cool reusable bag which is quite nice. It has a snap on it, didn't have to pay for it, which was nice. So yes, very happy with my first and probably only Lululemon purchase. The next thing is going to be a controversial one, guys, because I have probably been one of the biggest Croc haters going, but I don't know, guys, I bought my first pair of Crocs, but let me defend myself by saying they are probably the coolest pair of Crocs that you'll ever see, because they are Disney, and these probably won't be worn outside. Well, I've been told by Andy I can't wear them outside, and if I will, I'll be kicked out of the house. But I couldn't resist them, and I thought they were just going to be so good because we've got wooden floors all downstairs, so I kind of wanted something that was going to be easy to slip on and off, that I can take like the bins out with and go to the garden with. So I also got myself two gibbets. So I got the Mickey Mouse gibbet and the A one, and I just love all of the details on it. So you've got the Mickey Mouse hand on each side of the kind of like strap, I don't know what it is. You've got Mickey Mouse on the sole, and you've got the fluffy Mickey Mouse. You can't actually take this off, this is actually glued on, but they weren't cheap. I didn't realise how expensive Crocs were. I think these ended up being about $60, but obviously with the exchange rate they didn't end up being probably much more than they were in the UK. And I don't know if you can get these in the UK anyway, but yes, obsessed with these, and I'm now part of the Croc owner family, which I never thought I would say, and I can't believe I'm showing you these on the internet. Please don't hate me. And then in the Croc bag are two things, the two last things that I bought from the outlets, and I don't actually have the boxes. I know this is going to probably shock a lot of pop figure collectors, but I didn't need the boxes. I'm going to put them on show. So I collect pop figures. You would normally have been able to see them in the side of my video, but they are all over at the new house at the moment. So I got the McDonald's Happy Meal cup because I've got the portion of fries already, and I got a Pop-Tart because I've got a packet of Twizzlers already. So I could have bought so many more ones. We go to a shop in the outlets called Hero and Villains. I've vlogged it before, like from previous years, but they have the biggest selection of pop figures, so I would definitely recommend if you're a collector go in there. And they are such affordable prices compared to the ones that you get in the UK, especially the like hard to get ones or the exclusive ones. Definitely recommend going there, because me and Andy always come out with pop figures from that shop, and I could have definitely come back with more, but I obviously was very conscious on my suitcase space and the weight. And I'm going to make you wait to the end to show you what I got on Coach, because that was my 30th birthday present to myself. The only other thing I need to show you, which is unheard of for me, is a big Target haul I ended up getting so much in Target because I had a list of things I wanted to get, both food and like body care and stuff. So without further ado, let me go into the big Target bag, which smells amazing because I can smell something in here that I've dug into already. But I'm just going to pull it out one by one. So I got the vanilla cupcake goldfish graham things. Can you sense the theme that I just like? Cupcake, birthday cake flavoured things. I got these a few years ago and absolutely loved them, so I thought again this would be a nice little treat to have with a cup of tea. I got again birthday cake flavoured Lind balls. I saw someone post these on a vlog recently and they sounded absolutely amazing, and along with the birthday theme I thought I would treat myself. So they are white chocolate truffles with birthday cake flavour in them, so I will let you know. Should I try one now? I don't really want to try them before my birthday. I feel like they're going to be very sickly, and it's a bit too warm to be eating chocolate at the moment. But I will put on screen after I've edited this video what they're like, because I can guarantee they're probably quite nice. I randomly got some Lifesaver mints in orange. Just thought they looked quite different, they were quite nice, and they feel like they're individually wrapped, so I can just put a few of those in my bag every now and again, just to have something to stuff if I need to. I got the strawberry lemonade crystal light kind of squeezy squash almost thing. I don't think you're going to be able to see this. I know Lucy from L&S Adventure absolutely loves this, so I thought I would give that a go. I can always end up taking that to New York with me if not. What else is food? I got some melatonin gummies. So I got 90 gummies and they're the 10mg ones. So many people have raved about these, and guys, they work. I took 2 of these before we boarded the flight home and I slept for a good like 4 hours on the flight, and that never happens. So I will definitely probably repurchase these in New York to make sure I have an adequate amount of stock, because I do struggle to fall asleep sometimes because I've got so much going on in my head. But it says fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, wake up refreshed. 100% drug free, strawberry flavour. They're very sweet, but I definitely recommend them, and you can't get this in the UK unless it's on prescription, so that's definitely something I knew I wanted to pick up. I also just got a little mini packet of the Tylenol, which I thought was going to be good to kind of just have in my handbag. This is just at the till. I was going to get a bigger kind of one, but I ended up buying too much other stuff that it wasn't as much of a priority. I got the Olay Retinol Serum Complex Body Wash. I know this has been quite popular on TikTok and stuff, and I wanted to give it a go. I'm trying to focus this with this stupid camera. I do apologise about the dodgy focusing, but this smells so fresh. I can't wait to use it. I'm saving this to use with my first shower in the new house, but very excited to use that. It's very heavy to get home, so I would watch it on your weight. And then I also got the EOS 24-hour moisture body lotion in vanilla cashmere, which again is something that a lot of people have been recommending to get. I got these all from Target. I think this was around $10–13, and again this smells absolutely amazing. I'm going to smell so good, as well as my house with the Bath and Body Works stuff. And I also, because I love the scent so much, got the cashmere lip butter in vanilla cashmere as well from EOS. So I'm going to have very soft lips. But why is that box so big for such a small packaging? Yeah, thought I'd pick that up as well. And then I also got the Neutrogena Makeup Remover Ultra Soft Cleansing Towelettes, and they're single ones, and I know single use plastic, but I thought these would just be good to have in my bag. like if I'm going to London for a gig or something and I want to take my makeup off at the end of the night, or I just want to refresh my face if it's warm, or I just need a refresh. I thought these were going to be quite good, and they obviously then don't take up as much space in your bag. Randomly, I also got a spoon rest. I wanted one for our kitchen. It's kind of loosely Disney themed, as much as I can get away with it before Andy kind of realises. But I got this in kind of the Disney merch area of Target. We went to the one on the roller notes, which is our favourite one. It's got some other shops as well, which I showed you. It's got Dollar Tree, TJ Maxx, Ross. It's got loads of other ones, but we do like that Target because it is quite a decent sized one, so I got that. I think it was only kind of like $6–7, but I wanted that for obviously spoons, but like tea bags and stuff as well when we're making tea. And this is the thing that I can smell, which is making me feel so hungry. It is the birthday cake Oreos, and these are so sweet. And do you want to see how many I've eaten an entire row already. I opened these whilst we were over there, and I have tucked into them since being back as well. These are so good. I'm tempted to get some more when we go to New York as well. Can you sense the theme that I'm just going to be repurchasing a lot of stuff when we go to New York? And it's no Target haul from me without me getting a packet of Twizzlers. And you best believe these came home in my little suitcase because these are very heavy. This isn't even in the biggest size you can get, but I couldn't resist getting some of these. I love the strawberry Twizzlers. I prefer these to the red, are they red vine or red cane or something? These are much better. They're a little bit sweeter, and I like that they're a little bit more shiny, if you know what I mean. But very happy I've got my Twizzler back in my life. So the last thing of this haul, and arguably I've saved the best till last, is my very exciting Coach purchase, which I ended up getting in the Disney Springs Coach store. I did go to the one in the outlets, but they weren't selling any of the like Disney range. After speaking to the salesperson in the Disney store one, the Disney Springs Coach store, a lot of the ones that you can get with the Disney designs are exclusively sold in the Disney Springs one. So if you have got your eye on one, I would recommend getting it whilst you're on your trip, because you'll struggle very much to find it if not. But I knew I wanted to treat myself to something that was Disney related. I had my eye on this design since they released it, either the start of this year or last year, and then when I saw it and I tried it on, I was debating it. I went back another day with my mum and I decided to treat myself to it because I absolutely love it. And it is the mini Coach Mickey Mouse tote bag. So this is the smallest size you can get in black canvas. It's got embroidered Mickey Mouses on the back. It's also got a kind of popper fastening pocket at the back. It comes with a crossbody strap. It's got zip fastening on the top that opens to a decent size. I've managed to fit all of my everyday things, and you've also kind of got like a twist kind of like pocket at the front as well. You've got the Coach, sorry I'm struggling to do that up. You've got the Coach New York logo on the front with 4 Mickey Mouses. And I thought it was quite apt as well to get something that says New York. I know that's the branding anyway, but we are going to New York for my actual 30th birthday. And he surprised me with it, so I thought it was a very apt bag to get. Who knows, it might come to New York with me as well. But I absolutely love her. She was $250, which worked out I think about £190. So it was a little bit cheaper buying it in the US, and obviously it's a design that I will only be able to buy in Florida, so which is why I kind of bought it earlier rather than waiting to buy it in New York, because I wouldn't have been able to. But I'm absolutely obsessed with her. She is beautiful and I have had so much joy using it already, and I will get a lot of wear out of it, and it will be such a special thing to remember my 30th birthday by and the trip I went on. But yes, that is the end of the haul. I am surrounded by all of the stuff that I've spent my hard-earned money on. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it hasn't been too long. My hauls have a tendency to be quite long. So I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got. This is going to be my last Disney haul for a while, because like I said, we aren't going back next year to Disney World because we have got a house now. We've got other financial commitments, unfortunately, other than funding my Disney obsession and funding Mickey Mouse. But please be sure to stick around. I won't be vlogging my New York trip. I know I mentioned that in the vlogs, but I've decided to give New York a chance for me to have a break and actually celebrate my birthday and kind of focus on relaxing and stuff. So I hope you don't mind not having New York vlogs. I'm sure there'll be other vlogs coming up in the rest of the year. We have some plans of some UK staycations. I have some home content and stuff, so please make sure you stick around. I'm sure there'll be some Disney kind of content floating around as well, because it's part of my life. I've got it tattooed all over me. My Disney love isn't going anywhere, despite me not going to the Disney park. So I'm sure I will find some way of sharing the Disney content on this channel. But it has been a pleasure sharing this trip with you. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time with a brand new video. And who knows, even though I'm not sharing my New York trip, I will probably be sharing a New York America haul, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the near future. Bye.